I wasn't going to go. Because I figured, well, that ain't really my lane. I ain't all that. My wife said to me when I was going to work that night, she said, you going to go? I said, nah, I don't know. She left it at that. I'm the manager at the convention center, so when I pulled into the garage, the parking attendant come ready to pull me in, and I said, well, how I'm not going to go? Wait a minute. I got to go. I can't start picking and choosing now, because when God put it in your heart to roll out, you got to roll out. Moses ain't want to go to Pharaoh. This man chopping people's heads off, ordering their death immediately, and you telling me to go say, let my people go. But you got to walk with faith. I said, you know what? I'm going. Well, I went. I'm glad I went. Because it was a bunch of 15-minute fame seekers. They had a panel of people running for office and all that. They had nothing to do with this individual sitting there. I walked through the door, and Doc, she laughs at me because I analyze. I take survey quick. I looked around. I seen the people you normally see in the circles, and you know the fame seekers. And I'm looking at them. But up front is the mother. She really don't know what's going on, but that's happened to her baby. So she got people in her ear, oh, you can sue them, or you can do this. So it's people she never even met before. Now they all tight around the family. Vultures. Everybody get up and give their speech because they allowing people to speak. And they speaking to the audience. I got up there, I introduced myself, and I told them I was Tracey L Fisher, founder of Gateway to the Entry out of Myers. That was it. And I said, boom, my thing is for you. And everybody started applauding because no one spoke to that man. And I explained to him, look around the room, and he looked around, this love is for you because you were violated. I said, everybody keeps saying you were a straight A student. I commend you. But I don't care if you was an F student. What happened to you was a tragedy and it should have never happened. Stop saying he's a straight A student, and then that means it's okay if you do it to a guy that got a D grade. That's right. It's not okay. And I went in on him and explained to him, and he started crying. But that's real. The mother's sitting there crying. That's real. And then I dropped the mic. Why? They don't need to stick around. When you speak the truth, leave. And let it mean. I was at a meeting the other day with my man Thomas Ford. Him and I had he has an ex-offender program. And I'm trying to work with him because we get like-minded, do like-minded things. And I went to a meeting, and I didn't know the person that was having the meeting, that meeting. But when I got there, I said, wait a minute, what's going on here? What's the situation? So I started listening. You have to listen. Don't prejudge. Listen. You might get your questions answered if you listen. So they were saying what they were saying, and I said something about reentry. I said, I am reentry. Anytime you do the time I have done and come home, and you searching for something and it's not there, then you have to create it for yourself. So when you see someone else in front of you talking like it was there, not on my watch. Because my thing is this, I want Gateway to be entry be like McDonald's. You can find it in any hood. You have to understand there's different levels of reentry. There's a reentry when you come home, sister, you just might need housing. Then that program should be right for you. You don't need a GED. You don't need to know how to do a resume. You just don't want to go back home where you got locked up as drugs in there and everything. So you need housing. You might need a GED. You might need resume skills. So that has to be for you. You don't take and lump everybody into one spot and say, this is your reentry. Then you wondering why it's failing. You have to know how to separate. This is what this is about. Because them people, the youth, when they come pick y'all, they separate. Because they're going to sit in front of every last one of y'all and have a conversation. And they're going to get a feel for you. And after it's over with, that's when they're going to come and say, I choose you. You got him. You got him. Because now they done came to your level, what you were saying, no? They done came to where you at now. Because they believe you can help them. Because now you're going on emotion, the humanity part, a gut feeling. That's what's going to happen. You know how you met a guy and just your gut feeling said, he ain't right. You mess with him anyway. And then you say, I knew he was a bum. Follow your gut feelings. I'm telling you, and that's what a child want to do. One thing about a child, they got pure innocence in them. They do. They are great observers, but they are poor interpreters. So you have to be there to guide them, to allow them to make the correct decision. When you take the training wheels off, you still run along the side of them. In case if they fall, you can catch them. Well, that's the same thing with these youth right now. They fall and ain't nobody running along the side of them. So now when you come along and say, this is the program I want to do, here come the naysayers. Oh man, ain't nothing going to happen. Was at the last Martin Luther King Day. We went to 61st and Buick and 62nd and Grays Avenue. First march ever. I haven't been a part of. And it was about the two shootings that happened back to back. But when I got there, I seen all the guys with the blood outfits on and the gang members and, you know, trying to see who want to say something in the community. I went at they necks. Because in the beginning, they know who I was. So they were staring at me. But when I finished, they couldn't even hold my gaze. Because the truth is powerful. When you tell the truth, I said, y'all are letting a murderer hang around you? Y'all looking up to murderers and drug dealers and rapists and thieves in this community? How so few control so many? It was more slaves than it was slave masters. How that happen? And then I quoted Harriet Tubman. She said, I would have freed more slaves had they known they were slaves.
For years.
Some of us don't even know we held captive. Because we go every day with our routine and not even paying attention to our surroundings. That's how you get caught off guard. Because you're not looking over there. You're looking over there because that's where your focus is at. Your focus is supposed to be all around you. Multitask. Don't be just one type of person because then you're just going to get one type of result. You go to school, they don't give you just math. They give you all kinds of classes. I don't care what your major is. That ain't the only class you're taking. I tell you that. That's not the only class you're taking. So therefore, they're telling you what? Multitask. Understand your surroundings in your environment and make it happen. Put forth the effort and things going to manifest itself. I am living proof. If you believe in yourself, you can achieve whatever you conceive. I used to think that was just the same. Oh, you can achieve, you can conceive it, you can achieve it. You know, hey, rah, rah, sis, goomba. No, that's real. That's real. That is real. We so far out of the game. I'll give you a perfect example. Go downtown and look at them buildings. You got the Convention Center. You got the Kimmel Center. You got Aramark. You got all these major buildings, corporations making billions of dollars. We don't own no building.
That's right. Tell the truth.
We don't own nothing. But yet, these are human beings that thought of this plan. Ain't nobody come out of space and do all that. Human beings. And we smarter than most of them. But we don't apply ourselves. We don't even get down to the point where as though we don't even deal with our own credit. We don't even address our own credit when it's bad. We'll take and be reckless and gun-ho and ruin our credit. But we'll shy away from correcting our credit. We'll have financial people in our lives that we can get with, but because we don't understand it, we abandon it. And we stay in the